Hello and happy Monday. I just got to school and we're going to start off a week in my life vlog. My weeks have been very choppy and short lately, but this week is scheduled to be a 5-day week, so I'm hoping to be able to vlog throughout the whole thing. We have some very normal days until Friday, of course, is Valentine's Day, so I have some fun things planned. I'll be prepping for that throughout the week as well. We are starting a new unit in math. We're doing addition and subtraction. We actually started it a couple weeks ago, but it's been really slow with a lot of snow days, ice days, PD days, things like that. So we're just entering module 2, which is starting off with subtraction. The first module was all about addition. So we've got some solid practice with that, and now we're moving on to subtraction. This unit is also covering things like place value and rounding. It's one of my favorites, so I've been having fun teaching it, and my mathematicians have been doing really well with it. In writing, we are in my favorite unit. We're doing persuasive pieces. We're working on some persuasive letters right now. They have all of their body paragraphs done, and then today we're going to go back and revise their introductions. Later this week we'll be doing conclusions, adding transition words, editing, peer editing, and all of those fun things. In reading, we are in our interpretive and analytic reading unit, and we've recently started the book Inside Out and Back Again, so we're kind of focusing on that during our reading time. I have some prompts that they're responding to, taking a closer look at that book. In science, we are in our energy unit. This mystery is all about roller coasters, which my scientists and I are very interested in, and we have a fun activity coming up with that this week as well. Then of course we have Friday, Valentine's Day. Like I said, the whole day will be some different Valentine's Day themed activities, which I will prep throughout the week and show you on Friday. But that's just kind of a little update on what we've been up to in the classroom. I did my February classroom reset, so we have a new round of number corner. We have a new concept quest out for our new math unit, new Valentine's Day books on our bookshelf. Last week we also did a little craft, our pizza Valentine craft, so I need to put that up on their lockers this week, hopefully today, because I'll probably want to take them down next week after Valentine's Day has passed, but I definitely want to look through those and display them, so I'm actually going to add that to my to-do list today. My to-do list is looking pretty short. That's actually the only thing on my to-do list right now. I didn't have much prep to do for this week. Like I've said, we've had a bunch of days off, so everything just kind of gets pushed. So I was ready for it, but everything's been pushed and haven't needed to actually do it yet. I do think I have to print some things for science. Actually, if I'm remembering correctly, we might be able to do our activity today, which is building a roller coaster. Okay, yes, activity is today, so we're going to start building our roller coasters, which means I need to print some things out right now. So that's where I'm going to start. I'm going to print this stuff for science, hopefully get some, if not all, of my pizza Valentines out onto their lockers, kind of check in on what's going on the rest of the week, and just try to get back into routine here for our 5-day week ahead. All right, it is my lunchtime now. I just took my kids off to recess, so they're outside and playing. I had a super productive plan time this morning, and also a really good morning with my kids. We started subtraction, and that went really well. We were just basically using a number line to either do some removal or differencing, and then we weren't quite ready to start our introductions yet, so we just finished up typing our drafts for our body paragraphs, and then we're going to move on to our introduction either tomorrow or maybe Wednesday, because on Tuesdays we also have to have a shorter writing time because we have library. But long story short, we'll get to that definitely this week. In reading, our interpretive and analytic reading unit, so basically we're zooming into our stories, paying attention to details, character actions, feelings, dialogue, things that can help kind of reveal the heart of our story or author's purpose. We've been doing some work kind of independently, but I am switching to a more whole group approach for the rest of the unit. We're reading Inside Out and Back Again, and then I found this resource, which I'll make sure to link below, but it has a bunch of different quizzes, but then also free response prompts. So I just went through and I was deciding whether I want the quizzes and prompts to be done whole group or independent. I've kind of mixed it up as we go through. I just went ahead and either cut up some of the quiz questions and kind of put them where we would pause and talk about them and do them together, or I have the little blue tabs are times where I have it copied already for them to do. I have some of the writing prompts and quizzes copied out for them to do. This is something that I did during my plan time. So I was just going through and deciding if I wanted to do it whole group. I just cut out the little questions here and there that we can pause and do together, and then also set out stickies to to remind me that I want to do a individual kind of check-in, either a quiz or a writing prompt. So that's what I decided to try out for the next week or two in reading. My plan time was copying that stuff, prepping the book. I started copying a few things for Valentine's Day, but I'm going to kind of save the rest of that for another day this week. I just went through and picked out a few things, and while I was making copies, I just made copies of those too. I also had to drop a form off in the office, and I decided that I'm probably going to send home Friday folders today. I don't remember the last time I sent home Friday folders, and it's probably 2 weeks ago. And we also have things that need to be sent home as soon as possible, including a permission slip for a field trip coming up. So I want to make sure that all of that gets home today. I just went through and kind of put all the papers into the mailboxes, and then later, hopefully I have time during lunch, I'm going to take all the papers out of their mailboxes, put them in their folders. That way it's 100% ready to go for them this afternoon. And besides that, I am fully ready for this afternoon. So that's really all I have to do besides eating my lunch. So it should be pretty easy, but I just wanted to check in, let you know what I was up to. Already feeling very productive, which I'm thankful for. Hopefully the rest of the week continues to be this way. This afternoon, I'm really looking forward to building our roller coasters. I'm not sure if we'll be able to start our experiment yet. We'll just see how we do depending on the time, but I'm looking forward to that, and I think that it's going to be a really fun afternoon. So a good Monday in the classroom. It's Tuesday, I just got to school, and today is going to be full of meetings. I normally have meetings before school Tuesday, Wednesday. I have to double check, but I don't think that I have one this morning. I do have a meeting during my plan time, and then I also have a meeting during my lunch today, so I won't be able to check in throughout the day today. But like I said, I just got here and I have a bit of time, so I have a few things that I want to do this morning. First thing I want to do, my students made a Valentine's Day decoration that they want me to put up in the classroom. They did this during our global play day last week, so I want to make sure that's up today. I had to confirm yesterday what they wanted me to do with it, but they said it was for decoration around the classroom, so I'm going to put that up this morning. And then the other thing that I want to do before school starts today is write some thank you notes. We have been gifted the sweetest things for baby boy from students and staff, so I want to take a couple minutes and make sure that I write some thank you notes. I get a lot of my thank you notes in little packs from Amazon. This one came with a couple different designs. I don't have them all here, but here are two of the different designs that came in this pack. So I love having these on hand. That way I can quickly grab them out when needed. And that's it on the schedule this morning. Hang some decorations, write some thank you notes, settle in for the day, and then I'll be busy the rest of the day. Just wanted to say happy Tuesday, give you a little update on some things that are going on. Tomorrow we have a meeting before school, but nothing during. So I should be able to chat through a few things with you tomorrow. We have conferences coming up, and that's on my to-do list tomorrow, but we'll talk about it then. It is my lunchtime Wednesday, and my kids just went out for recess and then they'll go to lunch. I was able to get some grading done during my plan time, so I'm feeling good about that. I'm just going to take a break right now to eat during my lunchtime, and then I have something that I'm going to work on. I know that I was talking about conferences coming up. We have conferences in a couple weeks, but we have to send out our signups earlier, obviously, so I need to get that kind of settled right now. We, in the spring, are able to do student-led conferences, so over the next couple weeks, I also need to have my students working on those slides, what they're going to present to their parents during their conference. I can show you what that looks like, but that needs to be done in advance, and then my sign-up genius also needs to be done in advance. That's what I'm going to work on right now, plugging in the dates and all of those things. That way it can be ready to send. That is due next Wednesday. Tomorrow, Thursday, we are actually this afternoon, we are supposed to start getting a lot of snow. I think they said like up to 8 inches. It's looking like we may not be at school tomorrow. We may have a snow day. I'm really hoping that everything is able to be cleaned up by Friday, Valentine's Day. I would love to be able to do all of our fun Valentine's Day things on Friday, especially because Monday and Tuesday we do not have school. It's our midwinter break, so we have a 4-day weekend, maybe a day off tomorrow, but I'm really hoping to squeeze in at least Valentine's Day on Friday, which the other thing that I need to consider is if I can, during my lunchtime today, I need to also make sure that I'm getting stuff ready for Valentine's Day. I have a few more copies to make, a few more things to cut out. I also wanted to put together some Valentines for the kids in my class, which I should probably do today if I can, because I'm not sure if we're going to be here tomorrow. So that's kind of what's on the schedule schedule. I'm going to make my Sign Up Genius, then look at my Valentine's Day stuff and make sure that as much of that as possible is ready. Crossing my fingers that we'll be able to do all of that on Friday in the classroom. I can show you what I had planned for that though. Okay, here's everything that I have planned for Friday. I have some little leftover Valentines from last year. I worked with Minted, and I have one of these for each one of my kids. I just have to take the card, put it in the little envelope, and then I also have these little stickers that I'm going to put on each one. It just says from Mrs. Russell in the same little theme. This is obviously something I still have to prep. For math, I made this a couple years ago. It's a great review of a lot of different things, math concepts that we do in 4th grade. I'm going to have to still make copies of this for our math. And then I also made copies of this color by number. We're doing addition and subtraction right now, so this one I thought was perfect for Valentine's Day. In the morning, I plan to do this little I Spy. This activity is up on my Teachers Pay Teachers. This one looks like it's from Kiki's Cubby. This is probably on Teachers Pay Teachers. And then this one I think I got from Google. I just searched Valentine's Day I Spy and then printed the image. So I was planning on using this for some morning work right when they come in. I'm also going to do my little heart activity. I can't show the other side, but I have for read aloud. We read the book Someone Loves You, Mr. Hatch. There's a man, one day he gets a sweet message that kind of turns his whole attitude around. Long story short, he is shown through actions and words that a lot of people appreciate him, and we get to see how that impacts his mood. After that, we do this heart messages activity. I cut out a big heart for everyone in the class, write their name in the middle, and then we do kind of pass the heart, just write something sweet on everybody's heart, and that's something that they get to take with them. I have one from every year that I have been a teacher, and I love these, so I'm excited to do that again this year. I have the Mystery Dug, which animal has the biggest heart, little video and discussion if we have time for that. And then I was also considering doing an art hub, letting them choose one of the Valentine's Day themed designs if we have some time in the morning. In the afternoon, they are told that they can bring in a box or a bag decorated if they want to. Also optional if they want to bring a Valentine for everybody in the class. We have some time where we can pass things out. And then last thing will be watching Romeo and Juliet for the afternoon, and we have some popcorn being donated. So like I said, it'll be a really fun day full of a lot of Valentine's activities. So I'm very hopeful that we're able to actually do that all on Friday, and most of it really is ready. I just have to cut out the hearts, make some copies, put these together. If I can get to that right now, that would be great. If not, I can always do that Friday morning or something. That'll be okay. So yeah, enough talking. I need to get to some work, Sign Up Genius, Valentine's Day stuff, and I'll check in with you later. Happy Valentine's Day. I just got to school and we did not have school yesterday. We ended up getting at least 6 inches over by me of snow, so no school yesterday, but we're back today for Friday, and then we have Monday and Tuesday off. I'm very happy to be here today just because we've had so many days off. Plus, I have so many fun things to do today for Valentine's Day that I didn't want to miss and or move. On Wednesday, I was talking about all of the last minute prep that I need to do for Valentine's Day. The only things that I have left are cutting out the hearts for the name heart activity and putting together my Valentines. Priority is going to be cutting out the hearts, resetting the board, getting ready for the morning, and then we're not passing out Valentines until the afternoon. So I still have my plan time. I still have lunch time to put those together. Shouldn't take too long, but obviously I need to get it done. And then we're thinking ahead to next week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, making sure that we are all ready for that. But that can also be during my plan time. Right now, I'm going to start cutting out the hearts, resetting my board, pulling out stuff from my bin for today. Here we go.
Valentine's Day in the classroom is all done. I have just been cleaning up a few things, chatting with my teacher bestie, and now it's time for me to go home and celebrate with Andrew. It was a good week. I was happy to be here at least 4 days this week. Next week, like I said, we have Monday and Tuesday off, so it'll be a 3-day week, but I will be vlogging that. I hope that you all had a happy Valentine's Day and a good week in school. Thank you for coming along with me through the parts of this week that I could share. I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.